Hello guys, David here, and I'm just gonna pretty much tell you guys what I've been going through. For 2 whole months, I've pretty much been at war with myself. It's hard. When you live in a house with family, that doesn't really feel like family. The closeness and everything, you don't have any closeness, you're not close to any of them. I'm gonna try to keep my emotions under control. I'm trying not to get mad or upset or anything. But yeah, sometimes I just wish I was close. A lot of the times, especially being on social media, there's always a lot of tempting things that is always pushed into our faces. And that's what I always talk about on this channel and stuff like that. And I try to give advice to other people dealing with it because, me, myself, I'm going through it too, And sometimes it's hard to go through things. It's hard to go through, fighting your habits, being at war with stuff, because it's like a lot of the times it feels like, it feels like you're fighting a hopeless battle. Sometimes I be on a good streak, of having a clear mind, like no negative thoughts or whatever. Well, if I have a negative thought, I can manage it well. Sometimes I can control my emotions and stuff, but then it's just when things get real bad, it's almost like being in an environment where I don't really feel loved, and talking to people that don't really care about you, it can knock you off track. It can knock you off track. It can make you revert back to other habits, because sometimes your mind goes into that mode where it's looking for something to make it happy. It's looking for that dopamine. It's looking for that external thing that relieves the stress, And, because trust me, stress triggers are everywhere. Really, in everybody's circumstance, they have a certain thing that triggers their stress, And for me, because I care about so many things, I do have a number of stress triggers, When I'm alone, I think about my family and how we are and stuff, and my future and what I want to be, where I want to be in the future. When it comes to relationships and stuff, I'm still single and everything, but I figure, I guess that's best for me for right now, because everything happens for a reason. I really do hope one day, or one of these days, somebody comes into my life and me and them grow and develop together, and bring the best out of each other, and just pretty much become one, and be there for each other, because I've always wanted that in my life, that closeness. I left my friends because they were toxic and everything, and they made me feel worse about myself, and insecure and insignificant. So I had to separate myself from them and distance myself from them. And then from then, I started using online apps and stuff, of course, again. And when I was using streaming apps and stuff, that's when I noticed that I wasn't even getting really any recognition. And a lot of the other streamers, the girls with their shirts off or whatever, or with a lot of their chests showing and stuff, and or the boys that are shirtless or whatever like that, they were getting all kinds of recognition on those streaming apps, And at the time, it was tempting for the one reason that they were getting recognized. And in my life, I've always felt not heard and invisible and not appreciated, especially after I was in a relationship where I was cheated on. And I'm not saying that I'm not saying that my problems are bigger than anybody else's, so I just want to make that clear. I'm not saying that at all. but it was like, just saying, the way it affected me, it made me feel not appreciated, and I've always felt like I had to do more than what was necessary, because I always felt that in order for me to be cared about, I had to overextend myself. I had to do more than anybody else that was around me. It wasn't really about being better than anybody as much as it was about wanting to feel important, because at least I would say some of my life, I never really felt that important, so, and usually I don't like to be vulnerable, and that's with people and online, mostly because a lot of people online, especially when I talk about how I feel, they change it. Like, there's people that called me a narcissist, there's people that said I was selfish, there's people that said I'm imposing my view onto others, there's people that say everything else and try to assume or change the narrative of what I say, or try to make me out to be something malicious and stuff. And that's one reason I do not like to share how I feel, is because people take what I feel and try to use it against me, and try to twist it, and it's exhausting. Despite that I probably would receive that kind of feedback, I still feel the need to be vulnerable, and it's more so just to be real, with everybody. I'm not trying to look like a perfect person. In my life, I want to be a role model, I want to be a hero, but I don't want people to idolize me, I don't mind people appreciating me, acknowledging me, respecting me, and loving me, but I don't want to give off that energy that I think I'm better, that I'm perfect, that, my life, like, everything else is this, like I have no problems of my own. I feel like the best way to connect with others is to be genuine, even if it's hard to be honest and truthful and genuine. Like, sometimes you have to put yourself aside. You gotta put your ego aside. You gotta put your pride aside. You gotta put, your feelings aside. And I mainly do self-reflections and stuff, mainly just to say that I'm not perfect, and I do go through things as well. But regardless of that, I still try to be positive and keep myself motivated and spread love and care to other people, and try to do my best to help others and be a role model for others. I feel like there's not a lot of good role models out there, and I want to just be helpful to people. It's like I want to light up some dark tunnels that people are in. I'm sure everybody has a side of them that they just want to completely get rid of. Side that they can see that is hindering them from making progress, whether that's like bad habits like smoking, drinking, lust, a lot of different things. For me, it's just being desperate, settling for lower. I was using this app, and to see how low people will go and treat other people, there's people that will literally make you act like a dog. It's like, there's just seeing how people treat other people for money and for pleasure is just like sad. The lack of control, the lack of respect, it's just sad to look at. It's like, I really don't like that we're growing up in a time where a lot of that is appropriated, like a lot of it is just seen as, oh, that's just casual. A lot of people are not even really bothered with it. Some people are. I'm not going to say everybody is not, but I'm bothered with it because of how it affects other people, how people follow that kind of thing for a long period of time. You know, I kept telling myself, like, you know what, today is going to be the day I change. You know, I'm just going to only be the best I can be every day. You know, and every day I would try. Something would happen where I'll give in, and then I'll have to reset, do it again, reset, get on a good streak and reset. You know, and I'm to the point now where I'm just tired of allowing myself to be used by people. I sometimes wish some people, you know, had more compassion for each other and more care for each other. I just want to say to anybody that's struggling right now, going through something, that, you know, I understand. You know, I understand. There's times that you're so disappointed in yourself and so fed up with yourself that you don't even want to get up. You know, like you really just don't. Like, if you could disappear without feeling anything, I bet a lot of people would do that. But you know, I believe life is meant for experiences like this to not only to strengthen us, but to also teach us. You know, and I know a lot of people say that, you know, but I feel like a lot of the pain that we go through in life and a lot of the obstacles and adversity we push through and go through really is like a test. To be honest, it tests your love for yourself, your love for your life, your love for those around you. It's like, how important is it for you to be the best you? What are you willing to go through to get to that place that you want to get to get to that goal in your life, you know? To get to that promised land that you really, really want to strive for, like that you really, really want, you know? I feel like that's what it's about. But I just want to say that I'm not going to give up. And I'm going to continue to try to inspire others and give advice to other people and help them, and keep trying to make a change in my life and for others too. I just want to say to anybody watching, your existence matters so much. And if you're not really shown much love, or if you don't believe in love, sometimes you just have to create love within yourself. I want to create love in places where there isn't that much love. I want to bring love to those who don't have any love. Bring love to places that don't have love. That's what I want to do. So, thank you all for listening to me talk. And I really hope you all have a nice day. I love all you. Bye.